everything in the universe can be explained with a system of mathematical equations. And Dr. Boas said, well, I'm going to have to take you up on that. Let's make a little wager. Dr. Flint said, you're on. Boas thought for a minute, he said, Art, I'm going to make it really simple on you. I'm going to come up with a simple 5-letter word, and I want you to come up with a system, a mathematical equation that explains the essence of that word. He said, you're on. Boas thought for a minute, he said, I'll tell you what. Explain the essence of the word sniff, would you? Dr. Flint kind of furrowed his eyebrows and said, okay, I will. So we'll meet back here next week, same time. The week goes by. Sure enough, the next week, Dr. Boas and I are sitting at our normal standard table in the student union, waiting for Dr. Flint. It's 2 minutes after the appointed time. Dr. Flint has never, ever been late. So we're waiting for Dr. Flint, and we're both thinking, he's not going to show up because he hadn't been able to do this. And all of a sudden, the student union doors, double doors like those back there, burst open, and as if almost like a movie, light filters in behind, and there's Dr. Arthur Flint, and he has a yellow piece of paper in his hand, and he almost dances across the student union, landing on our table, and he said, gentlemen, I have a system, a mathematical equation that explains the word sniff, and he put it down on the table. And I'll show you what the system was. Dr. Flint said, sniff equals 2 triangles plus 2 rectangles plus 2 circles plus 2 degrees plus 2 arcs over 4 right angles. And he stood back and he was beaming. Now this is the same look I had on my face. And he was beaming. He was beaming. He said, so I don't say a word. I'm a student. I don't say anything. And I'm waiting for Dr. Boas to say something. Dr. Boas finally says, well, Art, you know, what does this prove? What does this show me? I mean, I can tell you've obviously spent some time and you have an idea here, but how could this system, this mathematical equation of yours, possibly explain the word sniff? It's very simple. First of all, you take your 2 triangles, plus your 2 rectangles, plus your 2 circles, plus your 2 degrees, your 2 arcs, and you put them over your 4 right angles, and you have a mathematical system that explains the word sniff. That's how I learned that systems don't have to be all that complicated.